Welcome back to the Third Chair, everybody. My name is Ryan Adams. This is my main man, Joshua Hall, diggity Dog.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, it's a rainy day today. Forecast a little cloudy outside. My car got washed. I was really happy about that. Had some work today. Came over to Joshua's right after got done work.
Yeah.
We chopped it up a little bit, had some food. I had some food. He didn't have food.
I did.
Oh, you didn't have food?
I ate when you was in the shower.
What'd you eat?
The chicken.
What chicken?
The Chick-fil-A chicken.
Oh, you had Chick-fil-A while I was in the shower?
Bro, you came down. We had a whole conversation about this.
I didn't know you had Chick-fil-A. I thought it was just there from earlier.
Oh no.
And your mom had it.
I said we just had it right before you came.
No, that's not what I thought. I was here. You had it.
Yeah. It was she went and got it before you got here.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 15 minutes before you got off. Yeah. That's why I said if I didn't know you was coming this early, I would have texted you. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't. It's kind of a Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I don't need that. Yeah, everybody. Yo, remember I told you I had that dream yesterday, bro? Or last night? I told you, yeah. Bro, it's crazy because basically I had a dream and I felt like I had like a little attack. You feel me? But I woke up and apparently I could see in the spirit a little bit. I didn't know until they basically explained it to me. I was like, y'all don't see this stuff too? They was like, nah. I was like, oh snap, okay. But I only usually see in the spirit when I sleep on my back. I sleep on my back. I usually get caught sleep paralysis. But it hasn't happened in a grip. But I haven't slept on my back in a grip because last time I got caught in it, seen something kind of shook me a little bit. And the past few weeks, I've been thinking about, sleep on your back. But I was like, nah, I don't really want to do it. Both because it's more comfortable sleeping on my stomach sometimes. Mm-hmm. And the other part of it is because I don't really want to go back to sleep like I said, you feel me? But I've been trying to give them that fear because I don't want no fear in my heart at all.
Yeah.
So last night was a perfect night to do it. I knew I had gotten attacked a little bit in some sort of way, you feel me? And I was like, there's a very good chance I could see something if I go on my back. So literally I went I went to the bathroom. You wake up, you always gotta go to the bathroom first. You feel me? I went to the bathroom. I came back to my bed. I was like, nah, bro, I'm sleeping on my back tonight. I don't even care. It was 3 a.m. too. That's peak timing. So I was like, I'm going to sleep on my back. I don't care. So I was laid down on my back. And mind you, I get up at I had my first alarm set for 4 a.m. Second alarm set for 4:30. I've been trying to get out of bed by 4:30, but you know how that go. You know how that go. I get to work on time, so do it really matter? You feel me?
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I went to sleep on my back, and the whole time, as I was getting a little bit more sleepy, I started feeling yo, you really about to go in here, and see boy, because the past few times you slept on your back, you seen something. You feel me? So it's there's a very high chance that you're gonna see something if you really commit to this. I was like, nah, bro, we really gonna do this. I was encouraging myself with verses, encouraging myself with just in the Lord. I was like, yo, God got me, awesome, and all that. And I was straight. I was doing that for a straight a good 15 minutes. I couldn't fall asleep though. So I wasn't I just wasn't comfortable on my back for real. I just wanted to go to sleep. But I was dozing off a little bit. Sometimes when I doze off, not even doze off, I was just getting tired. Sometimes when I get tired, my flesh gets tired, my spirit still be awake the way we be talking about.
Yeah.
And I'd be able to see things like that too. I think that's how that happened that one time when I was awake and I was seeing stuff. That was doing was crazy. But I was trying to get that to happen again.
That is pretty weird.
That was crazy, right?
Yeah,
crazy. And I was trying to get that to happen again just to see if I could see anything. I was looking around also and all that. And I didn't see anything, so I just gave up on it. But I had to get up soon. I was like, I'd rather go to sleep rather than, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I just turned back over, and I was out like that. But yeah, I was really proud of myself for being bold in that way, because I was like, I'm not about to have this this don't be a stronghold of fear, and never get the chance to do it if I move out this house. You feel me? I'm gonna do it in this house in my bed.
Yeah,
this is my room. And I was thinking about what you always say, yo, they gonna have to see me. Type of thing. Because I was even after I figured that joint wasn't working because I couldn't go to sleep, I just started praying yo, if anything's in here basically trying to get me from into sleep paralysis, also and all that, I was like, you gotta go in the name of Jesus, also on that. But speaking in the middle of the night when you know something could be there, that's not a regular. That's kind of scary.
No, yeah, me? I've felt that the one time I told you where I literally felt the weight coming down, and it was just oh snap,
yeah,
and it's really Travis Green, he was preaching at Transformation Church, and he was saying people people in the church be like, the devil don't got no power. And he said, well, he said, believe that if you want to, but there's some spooky stuff over there.
There's some spooky stuff.
Spooky.
Yeah, bro.
But you gotta know, bro. He got some stuff, bro. Like
not nothing that can overtake you, but yeah, he definitely got some stuff.
But only like you gotta know what to use though.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of like I don't know if there's like a video game that's like that where like I don't know. It's maybe it's like Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know your enemy's weakness.
Yeah,
or like he gonna pull your card every time. You know, because the enemy, bro, he be trying to punk you. You know, like he want to take advantage of you so bad, and he will if you don't know how to combat him with God's word.
No, yeah. It's crazy that you said that because even when I was seeing stuff from Super Houses before, I was never saying like the name of Jesus before. I was just breaking out about it, like pure willpower. You feel me? So I was like, bro, because I was watching videos about it yesterday, and I was like, oh snap, like, duh, like say the name of Jesus, but you don't always be like thinking like that. You feel me? Yeah. I'd be thinking like that when I'm in my dream because sometimes I have dreams, and again, like some demonic stuff be happening in my dreams sometimes. You know, depending on what I'm thinking about, and like every time I try to say Jesus' name, I just can't. You feel me? I can't say it until I wake up. Or if I say it in my dream, then I must just be extra powerful in my dream that day. But I have times where my mouth just won't do it and they won't form the words. And now I'll be trying to say it, and as I'm trying to say it, I'll wake up and say it.
It's like the resistance.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's how you know, like that's the name that I could have said anything else I wanted to. You feel me? I'll be fully aware, also and all that. And you know, them will just be crazy. But you know, what's up? You gotta know how to play your cards, because the only card that work against the enemy is Jesus' card. You feel me? Because other than that, you gotta know your authority in that drum.
Yeah, you do. Like that's the main thing. I went earlier today. I was thinking about how the enemy works, and one of the main differences between the enemy and God is, you know how like if God wants to tell you something, sometimes you might not even know that He was trying to talk to you because of how like smooth it is. But the enemy, bro, he just wants you to be thinking. And like all the time.
Yeah.
And he just want to throw stuff at you, throw stuff at you, and throw stuff at you, throw stuff at you. And so it's like, if you feel overwhelmed by it, or if it's continuing to like push your train of thought after thought after thought after thought, if you're thinking of, oh, what about this? Or what about that? What about this? What about that? What about that? Like all those things, bro, that is not God provoking your thoughts that way. You know what I'm saying? It's either not God provoking your thoughts, or you're responding to it in a way that like, you don't have to talk to God that way. You know? It's almost like sometimes when you have relationships with people who say like, you're talking to somebody who's very argumentative, and to get your point across, you almost have to yell. You know what I'm saying? And say like, you're like friends with that person for a long time. Then if you become friends with somebody else who's not argumentative, you're going to be the argumentative one, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you've been without God in a lot of ways, and you're accustomed to like doing all the thinking and all this and all of that, then when God tells you something, then you can't talk to God like He's everything else in your life, or you're gonna like miss it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, because let me see. Do I have any real life examples? I don't need a real life example, I guess, but no, definitely like when God says something, I always try to be mindful of like how I'm responding. Not even with God. Whenever I feel like something saying something to me, and I don't know whether it's God or whether it's me or whether it's the enemy yet, I always try to think about how I'm reacting, because usually I react differently to God.
To each one. Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
Depending on, like, I'm going to react differently to God right away than if the enemy says something to me. Because usually if the enemy says something to me, I'm going to overthink off that. When God says something to me, I usually don't be overthinking for. Like, I'll be like, oh, yes, do that.
No, that's what I mean. Like how the enemy, even too, like he wants to encourage you towards a bunch of thinking.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
He wants to encourage you to figure it out.
Yeah. You know? Right.
And then he like set you on a wild goose chase. You know, like he'll set you down. He'll put you in a room full of mirrors. And then he sets you to figure out, like, he puts forth a question, and then you're like, oh, this one's the answer. And then you walk into it, and it's like not the real thing. It's like, oh, wait, that's the mirror. Then this one's the real, oh, no, that's a mirror too. Because then it just keeps pointing you back to different things. And you're like, oh, what about this? What about this? And it's not clear, you know? He wants you to not be clear in your mind.
That's literally like a really good way of depicting whether it's God or not. Like, yeah, you would have to work on yourself to get to a place where you don't like combat every voice in your head. But when you get to that place, you're able to discern whether something is God, because it's going to be a lot more peace if you're not battling yourself. And then whether it's the enemy, because the enemy's never going to bring peace.
And I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, we do a lot of talking about, like, oh, is this God? Is this not God? And me personally, like, I've talked to you about times when I really wrestled with that. Like, is this God? Is this not God? And sometimes when we're like, oh, I've been in positions where I'm like, I don't want to not do what this voice is saying, because what if it is God and I disobey? You know? Part of the thing that helped me get over that was this. Well, I'll say, like, part of the thing that helped me get over being afraid to be disobedient to a voice if I wasn't sure if it was God or not, I got over that when I had to realize that I was too tied to, like, what I thought my obedience would do. Like, I thought, oh, me being obedient, of course, yes, it's good, but at the same time, I thought it was doing more than what it really is. Or I guess, like, I thought my disobedience would do more than it really would. Like, I thought, like, sometimes I'd be like, oh, if I miss it, like, I'm wrong, bro. And I'm like, how I'm supposed to be with God and I'm not, and I'm disobedient, you know? But when I realized that the love, or not realized, but remembered rather, that the love that God has and the plan that he has for me is unchanging and unconditional. I mean, yeah, unchanging and unconditional. Then it took the pressure off to get everything right, you know? Like, I wasn't worried about, like, oh, I got to get this one right. Every time God speaks, I got to get it right. And part of what also, like, released me from that was the realization, like, bro, you think every time you miss God, you knew that you missed God?
Yeah, right. I don't know how many times I've missed God.
You don't know. Like, how many times did he speak and you just didn't even realize it? You don't even know.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know. But because you don't know, you don't worry about, like, oh, I was being disobedient.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why, and this is why I always try to bring it back to real life. Because, like, how many times has your dad said something to you and, like, left the house, came back, oh, you didn't hear me say X, Y, and Z? Oh, I didn't even hear you, Dad.
I didn't hear you say that.
You know, can you just go do it right now? Yeah, for sure. And, you know, you're not in that moment thinking about, dang, I really let my dad down. I take out the trash at night. Yeah, like, dang, like, you feel me? You don't, like, go
even if he snap at you, you still are like, well, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you feel me? It just like,
and God don't snap. So.
Well, yeah, it's perfect version of a father. Yeah, you know,
yeah.
So like there's really no need to
trip.
Yeah.
Did you say that too?
That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's what I'd be saying.
Because I heard it in the headphones. I wasn't sure if it was me or me.
It was
and
me
you.
inside your head. That's what I was looking for. That's definitely the word I was looking for. There's no need to trip for it. And that's the thing I'd be telling you too. Because I'd be like, yo, just do your best. And that's it.
Nah, yeah. The enemy definitely wants you to overthink, bro.
Definitely.
Like, because I'm telling you, bro, like, when God speak, he is not trying to complicate it. Like, and that's the other thing, because God is not forceful about his way for you. He presents a plan to you. And then whether you want to do it is up to you or not, you know? But the enemy, he makes it feel like it's something that you have to do. There's a whole lot of pressure that comes with it. Like time. Or do it right now. Do it right now. Do it right now. Because if you don't do it right now, then in 15 minutes,
time's up.
What?
Yeah.
15 minutes and what?
Yeah.
You know, like the other time we were talking, it was like, you should do it because.
Yeah. Just cause. Just do it.
Because what?
Yeah. I didn't get that far yet. just do it.
You know what I'm saying? But he knows that he doesn't have to get that far if he can just get you to. Why set up two traps if he can get you caught on the first one? You know?
Yeah.
And so, like, the enemy, God's voice doesn't apply pressure. Like, you might feel like led to it. And I think even then, a lot of times, I think more often than not, we know when we're being disobedient to God. I think that's what happens probably more often than not knowing if it's really God or not, you know? Because you could be like, bro, I knew, man, I really should have did that. And it's like nothing, it won't even come, like, there won't be a consequence. It'll just be internally. You're like, dang, bro. Yeah, that wasn't right. Like sometimes, like the main thing that I could give an example for me is like one time I was like out somewhere with a friend and we were having a conversation with other people. And then I said something, I was talking about something that me and my friend know about, but I didn't know if that was something that they actually wanted to talk about with other people, you know? And like, I hadn't checked, I just started talking.
Yeah.
And so afterwards I was like, it ran through my mind and I felt led to go apologize. Not because like my friend did anything to make me think like oh, my feelings are hurt or nothing. But I believe God put it on my heart like, yo, go apologize, you know? And so for me to not apologize, I wasn't really worried about like, oh, is God telling me to apologize or not? I was more so thinking like, man, it's going to be pretty bad if I don't apologize. Like I already knew what I was or what I wasn't going to do. It wasn't a like, oh, is that, you know? I wasn't asking the question, is this God? It was more so at that point, like the internal conviction. But with the enemy, I feel like he kind of gets you caught up on like so many different things before you can even think about, like, you worry more about where it's from rather than what you're going to do or not going to do.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yo, all right, so that's all we got for you today. We hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a small episode during the week. Let us know what you're thinking down in the comments if you've seen anything like this or experienced something like this before. And if you want to hear more about this topic, we can dive into it deeper at another time.
And let us know if y'all want more midweek clips like this.
Yeah,
Because we've been thinking about more. Your feedback.
I'm good?
Yeah.
All right, peace. Yo, what's good, Third Chair family? So it's definitely not midweek. We do know that, but this episode y'all just saw was actually intended for this past week, but we had some life complications come up. We weren't able to record an episode for you guys this week, and there was a lot of stuff going on. But we will have a longer episode for you guys next Saturday, so stay tuned in for that. And, you know, I might have dropped a brand new single, so go ahead and stream that, download it, buy that as well. But we'll talk to you guys soon. Pray you guys are doing well. Peace.